Well, what's up, guys? It's Dillusscuss. This is probably the earliest I've ever made a video. Usually it's about 3 o'clock in the morning, and it is right now like 7 o'clock in the morning. It's pretty fucking early. Hold on, yeah, it's pretty goddamn early. Oh, jeez. I turned into Casper for a second. Um, fuck. Um, yeah, so I woke up this morning and I was like, I should make a video about and then the sideshow bullshit. So I was like, yeah, I'm bored. I don't got nothing to do. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. Nothing good on fucking TV. And I've been drawing all night. So sleeping is not an option. But so yeah, Sideshow is kind of like I don't want to say like for like freak show type shit, but it kind of is. It's so it comes from Sideshow was like when there were the traveling circuses. They would have the circus, and then they'd have the acts outside, and then but it'd always be on the other like there'd be the big tent, and then there'd be the little booths with their things. That's Sideshow, like bearded lady, tattooed woman was one, sword swallowers, fire eaters, all that bullshit. That type of shit. Obviously, I'm not a strong man. I mean, got little noodles. But when I was, when was it? I was like 6 or 7. I saw some movie or something, and they had sword swallowers in it and fire breathers, and I thought that was some cool shit. And then and then I'm still into Kiss. I had a big Kiss phase for a couple times, actually, for a couple of years. And Gene Simmons did fire breathing, so I saw that there, and then I really love Rammstein, and they do a lot of pyro stuff in their shows. And then sword swallowing, I just thought it was fucking cool as fuck. Like, I was like, ooh, I gotta figure that shit out. And then and I lived in California. I lived kind of by Long Beach, so I wasn't very far from the beach scene. And kind of the weird shit over there. And I met I don't remember where I met him, but I met a guy who did sword swallowing, and then a guy who did not fire breathing, that was way after, but the sword swallowing. I did fire breathing first. I had a pyro obsession as a kid. I like to set shit on fire, not like try to set the house on fire, but like I'll go dig like a 3 foot hole in the backyard and like throw some like toys in it and see what would happen if I set it on fire. Um, and then I got a bottle of a lighter fluid, and I poured it in my mouth, and I I set a piece of wood on fire, and I spit it, and probably almost set my face on fire. Like, it was one of the most terrifying things. Not like it backfired. I just expected it to be like, it was like fucking everywhere, and I was like, oh fuck. I was like, oh shit, dude, this is fucking scary. It was one of those things where it's like, you do something and it's so crazy and cool, but it's terrifying as fuck. Kind of like if you get a can of like a brake cleaner or like something like that, or like Axe and shit, and you get a lighter and you spray it, just that sound of like is fucking like, oh, that's terrifying, but that's really fucking cool. It was kind of like that for me, and it's like, oh shit, and then oh god. Fuck, where was I? I was somewhere, and there was a guy doing it, and I was like, dude, I can do that. I was like, I did it with lighter fluid. He's like, you don't do that shit with lighter fluid. You get this product. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll go get some of that. It's been it's been probably 4 years since I've done it, which I kind of miss it. I kind of want to go back. But that was what I started with. And then fire eating. Fire eating wasn't that difficult. It was more of like a technique thing. But that I was into that really hard. But sword swallowing was my shit. That was my thing, man. I was like 15 or 16, and I had the coat hanger. I guess you start with the coat hanger. I don't know. There was like, yeah, you do it like this, like this, like this, like that. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna figure it out. And I figured it out. I had a sword down, which I had a friend who had one. And he moved. Like sophomore, junior year of high school, he moved, so I couldn't do it anymore. And for the life of me, I couldn't find a place that, that would sell them. I found a guy that would make me one, but it was like $200 to, custom make one. And I was still in high school, and I couldn't get a job, so I could not afford $200 for a fucking sword. But yeah, I did that for a while. But swords falling was that shit. I did a lot of other bullshit too. I never did the bed of nails. Well, I did when I was but it was like when you go to Vegas, they had a thing there, and it was like lay on a bed of nails, and I was like, dude, I can fucking do that. Like, I wonder if it hurts, and I lay down on it. It was cool. I did a human pincushion, and I kind of covered it with a tattoo, cause it healed weird. What happened is, so basically you get like a shish kebab skewer, or that's how I did it. I don't know how other people did it. I just saw it somewhere, and I was like, oh, I can do that. It sounds so unsafe and fucking terrible. Oh my god. So yeah, I did that, and then I got, what was it? I think it was a really thin shish kebab skewer. And that I did it this one time, and I left it in. I cut it, and I left it in, and then I put I put a fucking eraser. I ripped an eraser off a pencil, and I stuck it on the end. That way it wouldn't pull out, or it wouldn't stab me through my shirt. Oh, fuck. And so I left this thing in for like a couple days, and my friends didn't know, so one of them punched me in the arm. So one of them punched me in the arm, and the needle went like that, and fucking bent. So I was like, oh fuck, that feels weird. And I put it down, and you could tell it was bent in my arm. And then it had a little like a hoop on it. It was like that, and so you turn it, and it would go like whoop, 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 under the muscle tissue of my arm. So I'd be in there, and I was in class, and I pulled my shirt up, and I was like, hey, look, I can flex. And I started spitting that shit. I would do stupid shit like that in class. I did the human blockhead. Oh, fuck. I would go to school, and I would have, because I didn't want to go to school with the nails, because it could be considered a weapon. So I'd get like a little things you tee off and golf with. And I'd be sitting at like intro to, med, or like sports medicine. And I'd be sitting there in class, and I'd be bored as fuck, and I'd get one of the tees, and I'd go, hey, I had one of the cheerleaders sat next to me. I'd go, hey, look at this. And I'd shove the fucking tee in my nose, like, as far as it would go. And this one time I got it in, and the teacher turned around, so I, shoved it, and it got, inside, and I couldn't fucking pull it out. I had to, yank my nose, and then fucking, hook that shit, and I had a pair of pliers in my backpack. I had to fucking pull it out with pliers, and I'm in the middle of fucking class, I have this fucking golf tee stuck up my fucking nose because I fucking shoved it there. And I never did show the human pincushion things. Oh god, I'm white as hell. So it's right. Let's see, where is it? It's right here. It's there's one, and then there's the other one, and then the exit wounds are right here. But yeah, that shit, it was weird. It healed weird as fuck, because I pulled it out, and then it, instead of, okay, say this is my skin, right? Instead of, having a little bump, and then it would go away. It was like, and it still hasn't really healed. It's still like the same size, and it's been. I did that one like sophomore year of high school, and that was three and a half years ago, and I still have a fucking scar. Yeah, fun fucking times. God damn, what the? Oh my god, I look. Casper was up on my motherfucking screen right now. Okay, so yeah, I was super into that. I mean, it was like shit that I probably definitely should not have been doing when I was like 14 and 15 years old, like shoving a sword down my throat into my stomach, or breathing fire, like with these like bad, like literally toxic shit. Like lighter fluid, I swear to God, is probably toxic, and I had a mouthful of that shit. Or shoving fucking skewers in my arm, and that shit was scary as fuck the first time. I was like, okay, I got this, right? I'm all, yeah. And then I figured it'd be like, okay, I'll push, and I'll have to like push all the way through, you know, like when they do a shot, you know, what I figured it'd be like at the shot feeling, you know, like, oops, but you have to push all the way in. And he gets in there. Well, no, I get in there. What the fuck? I get in there. I'm pushed, and it's like, boom, okay, through the skin. But it wasn't like, boom, okay, go. It was like in one thing. So it was like, I pushed, and it went through the layer, like, you know, the skin, and went, like, no resistance whatsoever, and went whoop out the back. I was like, oh, fuck. This is really fucking bad. It wasn't supposed to go that fast. And it's like through my arm, and I'm like, okay, wait. It didn't hit the bone. I'm fucking good. But it was weird. I was figuring it'd be like, push that shit. And it was like, whoop. I was like, oh, okay. So bad. I didn't think about how bad all this was until I started talking about this shit. Oh my god. So yeah. Don't do that shit. It's fucking no bueno. It's no bueno. Why does fuck saying no bueno instead of no? What the fuck is this shit? What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, woo. Oh, and the thing I wanted to do is you get a corkscrew, and you kind of like hook it in through your nose and then out your mouth, right? And now that I have stretched ears, I kind of want to try it even more, because I've seen it where they put it in and it goes through the ear and keeps going. So I'll probably have to get back into it. But the worst thing was sword swallowing was, fuck, man, you get like stomach acid and shit. Like, it's no fun. You like throw up a lot. It really fucking burns. It like irritates you really bad. And this one time it was the first time I got the coat hanger down, and I was at church. This is like a long time ago. I was at church. So I was at church. And I used to have this thing where like you go and hang out, right? So I take a coat hanger with me in my jacket. I pull it out. I'm like, watch this shit. And I fucking straighten it. I go, watch, I'm gonna swallow this shit. And I put it in, and it went all the way down. And I'm sitting there like this, and I can't move my head because I have a coat hanger down my throat. So I'm stuck like this. And all I see is this freaking red rubber bouncy ball just get flung at me. And I'm like, oh fuck. So I like yank it out. I'm yanking this shit out as fast as I can, and I get like halfway out, and it hits me in the chest, and I'm like, and I bend the fucking hanger, and I pull it out, and the hanger went from like this to like, so it was like, whoop, oh shit. And the worst part was, it wasn't just like, oh, that's embarrassing. It was like, I had a Subway sandwich, and like part of my Subway sandwich came out with it. I was like, oh, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck? I was like, I don't know if I'm down with this shit. God damn, I ramble a fucking lot. No bueno. No bueno. No bueno. Taquito, enchilada, churrito. I don't know. That was me rambling, but that was me with my fucking sideshow shit. My stupid, idiotic antics in the middle of health class, and how not to be a child, and how to almost fucking kill yourself a lot. If you actually watched this, thank you very much for putting up with my annoying, retarded, laugh-ass, rambling-ass, motherfucking white boy shit. I don't know. Thank you. But yeah, that was 15 minutes of me fucking rambling about random ass bullshit and pliers and getting shit in my nose and yeah, human ignition. What the fuck is that? Human? No. Yeah, no. I'm just gonna shut up now. Please.